Good evening. I have had quite the ordeal. Mic is on. I have a technical, borderline technical disaster. Oh my God. The things that you learn while you stream. I mean, I already did a stream. StreamYard screwed up. They created multiple streams of the same stream. I deleted some. Apparently, I deleted some. They were the ones from YouTube. So I already streamed to X tonight. Didn't know, but so I thought, well, yeah, I'm even though I'm 2 hours late now to YouTube. I told everyone I'm going to stream, so now I have to stream whether anyone shows up or not. I mean, it's just, oh my God. I mean, tech doesn't, a lot of times tech does not work the way you would want it to work. Or you would hope it to work, wish it to work. I don't know. One of those. It's Saturday night. I hope you are having a good Saturday. I hope you had a good Saturday. I mean, it's the weekend before Christmas, so you don't want to be, like, I hope you're not stressing. I know a lot of people are getting ready for Christmas. They're running around, they're buying presents. They're getting ready for Christmas, I guess, right? I'll make sure I got the comments on. I don't get the comments going. Oh, so much to do. Such little time. But so I usually don't do a Saturday stream. It's the first Saturday stream on Dimension Zero. But here on Dimension Zero, we're radical, man. We are radical. It's how we roll. Got a little late with the applause. I know, a little late. That's okay. But it's Saturday night. It's cool, you know. I want to talk a little bit more. Like, I got some entertainment stuff. I got some Fired Ash. Avi Loeb. I got another video, fresh video from Avi Loeb. I think he's conceding. Do I have a white towel? Something white? If I had a white towel, I think he's throwing in the towel. But Avi Loeb is not finished. He's not. But I got it. So I got a 5-minute interview, which is quite interesting after the debacle that he was talking about, where 3i Atlas was going to be the closest to us 168 million miles away. It didn't work out that good. We were online. We were watching it. It was watching nothing. That's what it was. We watched nothing, but that's okay. Sometimes watching nothing is just as good as watching. Actually, no, it's not. What the fuck? That laugh is laughing at me, directly at me. James Cameron, he is making some big statements. I think he's burned out. Fire and Ash, I think he is Avatar burned out. When he said 5 movies, I mean, I could not believe that. 5 movies, really? 5 Avatar movies? I mean, that's the rest of your life. If the way it's set up, it's going to be 2031 before the final 5th Avatar is going to be released. But the way it is, Disney has not greenlit the 4th Avatar. It is not greenlit as of now. So, and I got the interview. It's kind of an extensive interview, but we'll go to the meat and potatoes. James Cameron is talking about. So let me put it this way: there's a secret Terminator script that's in development. Now that sounds exciting until you remember that he did do Dark Fate, right? He was the guy responsible for Dark Fate. So keep that in mind. Yeah, it wasn't good. So on Christmas Eve, I will be on Christmas Eve for 4 hours, and on Christmas Day, I will be on for 8 hours. If you guys aren't doing anything, Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, I am here for all those who do not have a Christmas because I have no family. I don't have kids, don't have a wife, girlfriend, anything. So I will stream. We will learn about the historical Jesus. We will learn about, we will learn, and we'll have some fun. So you're more than welcome, and you're invited to show up to Christmas Day and Christmas Eve here at Dimension Zero. And of course, I am Danny Alex. I'm your host. So hope you're getting ready for Christmas. It's I know some people have got a lot of things they got to do, a lot of things that they need to prepare for Christmas. I don't. I'm lucky. I either I'm lucky or I'm not lucky, one of the two. But either or, it is what it is. So I don't, have you seen? Did you see the Marvel the trailer, the Steve Rogers trailer? Steve Rogers had a trailer. Some people have got a bunch of fan theories exactly what Steve Rogers is, because they don't mention Captain America. There's no mention of Captain America whatsoever. Nothing. But it's kind of interesting. So I got a little bit of a slideshow for Marvel, and then Blue. I'm not going to do the Blue Origin launch. That's that was nothing. It's nothing too exciting. Nothing too exciting on the Blue Origin launch. But Fire and Ash. So I thought, you know what? It's the Fire and Ash and the Avi Loeb info. Avi Loeb is talking again. He's always talking. He loves talking to the media. Avi Loeb loves talking. He loves talking aliens. That's his thing, right? Aliens is his thing. Yeah, no, it's funny. It's funny. So, before we get to Fire and Ash, you know what? Let's do Avi Loeb first, and then because there's some, like I say, it sounds like James Cameron is feeling finished with Avatar. He has been how many years doing one movie? That has got to drain you. It has got to be absolutely draining. I couldn't imagine. I spent 20 years in Hollywood. I'm a screenwriter. With one movie, and he's a fine details guy. It's exhausting. So there may not be an Avatar 4. Either Avatar 3 does really good, and I mean really good, because I think if James Cameron doesn't get that inspiration to really go out there and do a fourth Avatar, he's not going to do it. And we've got the interview. We got some Fire and Ash numbers and a little bit more info on Avatar 4. But I want to get into, well, you know what? So, so for Marvel, let's do that. I'm going to do the Marvel thing. So there's the trailer was released, and so tonight, Saturday night, I wanted to do a little bit more entertainment based stuff. Let's just keep it a little bit of science, a little bit of science fiction, entertainment. Keep it chill, keep it cool. One of the things was with the Doomsday trailer, the Steve Rogers trailer, which was it wasn't really inspiring. Like, it wasn't really a whole lot going on. It's kind of boring. But it did say a few things. But what are the other Doomsday, the Marvel properties that they're releasing? There are, I really didn't know. Like, what is in the pipeline? And so I thought this might be an interesting thing for a Saturday night little, we're sitting back, we're relaxing. What is on the slate for Marvel? And a lot of people, I talked to a couple of my friends, no one really knows what is on the slate for Marvel. But I do know because I did. Oh, let me just get rid of this, get rid of that. Go to there, do this, do that, yada, yada, yada. There we go. That's going to work just fine. So, upcoming Marvel movies and TV shows. So I thought there's like 17 of them, including Doomsday. So I thought this would be kind of an interesting exercise. and going out there and because no one really knows. Upcoming Marvel movies and TV shows, not all are confirmed. Marvel's future looks packed on paper, but the reality is far messier than the schedule suggests. With delays, quiet reshuffles, and projects drifting in and out of development, the real question isn't what Marvel has announced, it's what actually survives the release. Actually, it survives whatever's greenlit. Because I mean, it's really... But number one, Wonder Man. I don't know if that deserves any applause. I don't know what to expect from this. It's a Disney Plus series that in itself doesn't bode very well. January 27th, 2026, a meta comedy starring Ilaha Abdul Martin II as a struggling actor who gains ionic powers. That's January. Next, we have Daredevil Born Again, Season 2, March 4th, 2026. This is all the Marvel stuff. Matt Murdock continues his street-level war against Mayor Wilson Fisk, joined by Kristen Ritter and as Jessica Jones, March 4th, 2026. Next, we have the Punisher special. And I think they're doing this to kind of get prepped up for Spider-Man. A standalone special starring John Bernthal, co-written by director Reynaldo Marcus Green, early 2026. Next, we have Spider-Man Brand New Day. And Spider-Man Brand New Day, they literally just finished filming today. Today, filming wrapped up. Directed by Destin Daniel Cretton, Peter Parker starts fresh alongside the Punisher and the Hulk. That might be pretty good. But then the question is, here's the question about the Hulk. So the question about the Hulk is it going to be Smart Hulk or the old Hulk? And the discussion is that it's going to be the old Hulk. That it's not going to be Smart Hulk. That would be a tough screenplay to write. It really would. It would be, I think it would be clumsy because basically you have Bruce Banner. Look, you lose the intent. When you don't do old Hulk, you lose all the intensity of Hulk, right? The payoff is when Hulk turns. That's the payoff. So smart Hulk, well, you throw him inside of a Hulk Buster armor. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's so anyway. The word is that it will be old Hulk. You know, the guy, Bruce Banner, when he gets angry and goes out and breaks things. X-Men 97, Season 2, Summer 2026. The animated revival continues with a third season. This series is currently in active development. So we'll see if it actually makes it. Look, with Marvel, you do not know what makes it. You don't. This stuff is all the stuff that is planned. Even at the last minute, this stuff could be shelved. The last minute. Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man Season 2, Fall 2026. The animated origin story continues, introducing Venom and Gwen Stacy. That is on the slate. We've got Vision Quest, a Disney Plus series, late 2026. Paul Bettany returns as White Vision, with James Spader reprising his role as Ultron. All right. That's why not? Give it an applause. Next, we have Daredevil Born Again. This is Season 3, expected in 2027. Confirmed for development following the creative overhaul of the series. Now, Season 2 is I mean, that's going to be launched here in just a few weeks. So Season 3 is obviously a bit of a question mark. I don't know if anything's been greenlit, but it's been confirmed for development. So maybe they're asking to, keep the choo-choo going. We'll see. And of course, the Big Daddy, Avengers Doomsday, feature film December 18th, 2026. The Russo brothers return to direct Robert Downey Jr. as the villainous Doctor Doom. That is, and of course, that is followed by the next year of Avengers Secret Wars. It's a feature film, the massive finale of the multiverse saga, serving as a creative reset for the MCU. Ryan Coogler is confirmed to direct Black Panther 3, expected in 2028. Denzel Washington, did you know that? Denzel Washington is reportedly cast in a key role in that movie. It's true. And again, these are all the Marvel movies because no one knew. I asked people and no one knew what was coming from Marvel. No one had the answer. This is the full slate. Confirmed, greenlit, and proposed. Blade, you probably know a lot of the problems with Blade. Still in development, starring Mahershala Ali, currently removed from the formal release schedule, pending script completion because they really screwed up this script. I mean, they really did. This is if they get this movie out, I'd be surprised. I'd be really surprised. Armor Wars. Did you get this one? I kind of doubt this one. Armor Wars. Don Cheadle leads a theatrical film exploring the fallout of Tony Stark's stolen technology. I just do not think that Don Cheadle has the leading manpower to unless he's got a really good supporting cast. I'm not. Eesh. It's to be announced though. It's not. It's like it's not confirmed. It's not greenlit. So this is just the stuff that's out there for Marvel. Untitled X-Men reboot, a live-action MCU debut for the Mutants, written by Michael Leslie. Details are to be announced, but I think this one will probably go through. Shang-Chi. This one could be another financial disaster. Simu Liu is set to return for a direct sequel for his 2021 solo outing. Not a big Simu Liu fan. You know what? When they open their mouth, they start talking. It is easy. It's easy not to like some of these people, especially Hollywood actors. Shut your mouth and just act. I mean, if I was the studio, I mean, that's what I would tell the actors. And the final one for the Marvel slate of movies, confirmed and unconfirmed, it's really it's underwhelming. Actually, you know what? The whole thing is underwhelming. The only thing from a Marvel perspective, I mean, if you like the Disney series, the Disney Plus series, which I really do not like watching those. You got some Daredevil, you've got the new Spider-Man, and you got there's like only 4 or 5 properties out of the 17 that are proposed or greenlit in Marvel. Nova Disney Plus series. This is another Disney Plus. To be announced, a cosmic series focused on Richard Rider and the Nova Corps, developed by Ed Bernardo. And that one, it's way out there. It's kind of proposed on the table. Seems to me there's probably a lot more characters that you could put out there in the Marvel universe that might have more appeal. But I don't know. I mean, I don't know all of these characters, and I don't know all the appeal of all of these characters. So, I mean, I know there's people that are Marvel experts. I'm a screenwriter. I go off a story. You can write an amazing story without knowing the comics. You know, you don't have to know 100% of the lore. You just need to write an amazing story, and audiences will they'll be there, right? Audiences will, as long as the story's good, audiences will be there. So that is, anyway, I wanted to touch on that. So that's kind of like one of these. Yep. It's one of those, no one knew. I talked to my friends. Nobody knew what Marvel movies are set up on the slate. I mean, but it shows more of the mismanagement from Marvel. And Marvel is it's in shambles. It's in shambles, right? So Avi Loeb. So Avi Loeb has been talking. Let me pull this up here. Share screen. Where is it? Avi Loeb. There it is. Okay, so you guys know the whole Avi Loeb story, right? You know what's going on. You know, I'm not a big Avi Loeb fan myself. Not a big fan. However, he made more comments today. This is a short interview that he did, and it sounds like he's throwing in the towel. It sounds like Avi is saying, it's a comet, okay? But there's a twist. There's a twist. It's a 5-minute video, but there's a twist. Let me set this baby up. And I mean, I have been one of Avi Loeb's harshest critics. And this is yeah. So let me just fix this here. Get rid of Steve Perry. So this is comments that he made today.
The epic saga of the interstellar comet known as 3I Atlas is nearing its end, but not before it goes out without a metaphorical bang. The comet just made its closest pass by Earth overnight, coming within 167 million miles of us. That close. That journey should give us some of the best images yet of the interstellar object. 3I Atlas will be visible for the next few months before it leaves our solar system forever. Our next guest has gone viral several times for his hypothesis that the comet could actually be an alien spacecraft with, quote, hostile intentions. The majority of the...
Hostile intentions. He said that a few times. Hostile intentions.
Scientific community agrees it's just a comet. But has Avi Loeb been convinced? Harvard professor Avi Loeb joins us now. So, Avi, do you think it's a comet or do you think it's a spaceship?
Well, so far, so good. 3I Atlas did not maneuver or display any unusual activity when it came closest to Earth.
Well, at least he's admitting that, right? At least he's like finally kind of coming to this idea that there might be nothing crazy going on at 3I Atlas. There might be nothing crazy. It might be a comet.
Some Earthlings might find it insulting,
Earthlings.
But the truth of the matter is that
Earthlings.
With its initial speed, it must have taken it a billion years or many billions of years to...
Actually, they think that 3I Atlas might have been traveling the galaxy for up to 7 billion years, which probably means, unless the star is a red dwarf, it probably means that most likely, although I think most of the stars out there are red dwarfs, but if it's been traveling for 7 billion years and it's a main sequence star, it's probably a white dwarf. Like it's done, right? It might be coming. 3I Atlas might be coming from a solar system that doesn't even exist anymore.
Across the Milky Way galaxy. And so when it started its journey, there were no humans on Earth, and Jupiter must have been the center of attention in the solar system. We arrived late to the party, only over the past 0.1% of the Milky Way history.
And I would disagree with that. He says that we arrived late to the party. Who's to say? You can just think that. What if we are early to the party? What if 2, 3, 4, 5 billion years from now, 10 billion years from now, maybe we're early. Maybe 10 billion years from now, there is an absolute explosion of life in our galaxy. And we are early to the party. Perhaps we just formed too fast, and that the real crescendo of life in our galaxy might be billions of years from now. That could be the case. It could be as new stars form, and there could be like a whole development cycle and everything like this. We might be early to the party. There's no reason, there's no evidence to suggest we're late to the party. I mean, theoretically speaking, the universe is only 13.8 billion years old. That's not very long, considered that at least our part of the universe is going to last trillions upon trillions upon trillions of years.
Given that, we should not be surprised that interstellar visitors did not plan to dance with us. Now, with respect to the nature of this object, there is still unsolved mysteries, because we see a jet coming from the object in all the recent images, stretched out to about 1 million kilometers in the direction of the sun. And that was never seen for comets from the solar system.
What does that tell you?
Well, we don't know, because we don't understand it. So
you're saying it's doing unusual stuff, but you think it's just a comet?
I think Avi's like, I mean, look at the face, right? Look at his face. He's kind of going, like he knows it's a comet. He got the Netflix deal and he's happy. He's got the money. He's got the check. He's got the Netflix bucks. He's got Netflix bucks. But when it comes right down to it, he knows what he's peddling. He's a astronomical snake oil salesman. But this is like the first real acknowledgement that it might be just a comet.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, given all the data
Pamela,
we have, I would agree that it's most likely natural, but there are still a lot of things we don't understand about it, and it didn't look like...
Look, there's lots of things we don't understand about a lot of things. A lot of things. We don't... Well, it must be an alien. Must be an alien craft or an alien origination or an alien intelligence. If we don't understand something, we continue to learn from it. But look, there's only one person that looks somewhat look kind of dumb, and his name starts with an A and his last name starts with an L. So I say Chosen asked me, what would you have named Earth if you were the first person to come up with the words words? Well, I mean, I probably I call it Earth. How's that? Earth.
Comets that we are familiar with. So let's try and figure them out in the coming months. And then, of course, it will get closest to Jupiter on March 16th. By the way, it had a rendezvous with two spacecraft that were human-made, JUICE and the Europa Clipper. And that happened just over the past month. And
JUICE and Europa Clipper, what does it matter? So he brings this up. It has no relevance to anything. He'll just say it, and then he'll just go off to... Now he's going to go to the Jupiter stuff. So Pamela, hey, why is it that you always listen to him because you really don't like? No, it's not that I don't like him. I'm not that kind of person, right? It's not that I don't like him. I actually think he's probably a nice guy. He's not a dumb guy. I think he's using this for some mileage in his own personal life. And why I put him up is because all of YouTube is filled. YouTube is filled with clickbait, 3i Atlas garbage. I am a science guy. I like 1 + 1 = 2. I don't believe that aliens are visiting us. I don't believe in ghosts. I am just a kind of I'm a science fiction writer, so I believe in science fiction in the sense that, you know, I love coming, but science fact is not merged with science fiction. So I have to play Avi Loeb so that at least I am one of the few voices out there calling out his BS, right? Someone's got to say, Avi, it's a fucking comet, right? Someone has to. If you go through and you see all of the videos that talk about, it's an alien ship, spaceship, this and that, they're all eating crow right now. They're all eating crow or squirrel poop or whatever they're eating. They've all this BS around 3i. We should have just, Pamela, we should have just enjoyed the fact that an alien comet, billions of years old, has come into our solar system. That in itself is amazing, right? It is amazing. And that is my problem with Avi Loeb. Avi Loeb is an opportunist. He is the only astrophysicist, I think he's an astrophysicist, that is taking pure, and he got the Netflix deal, right? He got the Netflix deal. Way to go, Avi.
It will arrive in March 2026 to Jupiter, whereas these spacecraft will arrive in 2030 and 2031, just to show you how much faster it is. Which means that I would love to actually hitchhike and go on a ride with this very fast interstellar visitor, because it will exit the solar system well before Voyager, that we launched in the 70s.
So you have a few more months when we can get some good images of this thing. You now say it is a comet, but you also point out it's done a lot of very unusual things.
every comet exhibits unusual things. There's no two comets that are the same. Yesterday, I did the whole anti-tail thing, showing how many comets actually exhibit an anti-tail and why it happens. Heavier particles that come off of the comet, because the solar wind is what creates the drag, so to speak, right? The comet tail. But you have some of these particles that are heavier particles, larger particles that do not react like the smaller particles. And then when the Earth's in the right place and the light's hitting it, you create these anti-tails. And there's nothing amazing about it. Hale-Bopp had an anti-tail. Dozens of comets have had anti-tails. But he just takes all of these little things and converts it into, or I guess it should be this. It could be an alien. And he got a great Netflix deal. Because I didn't get a Netflix deal. Nope, I didn't get one.
The question, where did it come from? Is it made of a different kind of substance? I mean, what are the still unresolved questions in your mind?
The main unresolved question is, why does it have this jet pointed at the sun that it also rotates?
Here he's talking about the anti-tail. It's like saying there's exhaust coming out of your car. Okay, so I mean, what? Well, it might be alien because there's exhaust coming out of your car. There's nothing amazing about what he's talking about. Nothing. But to the average normie who doesn't know this stuff, it probably sounds pretty amazing.
With the rotation axis in the direction
you
of
got
the
a
sun
Netflix account. Me too.
That's also very
Me too, Pamela.
unusual. And it came in the plane of the planets around the sun again.
I got one.
Fact. I would suggest monitoring it as it comes close to Jupiter. It arrives just at the distance where Jupiter's gravity dominates over the sun's gravity. You know, if we don't see it doing anything unusual, then I would conclude that it must be natural. But let's
see. He's March 16th. So this is exactly what I said 2 nights ago when we were watching. To see 168 million miles, basically 2 Earth lengths away. That's where 3i Atlas got. So basically, Avi Loeb is kind of throwing in the towel. He's saying, yes, it's probably a comet. First time I've heard him say that. First time. Then this interview was done just maybe 20 hours ago. And he's going to play this up till Jupiter, because at the point of Jupiter is when he's going to say that things might come out of the comet. There might be airplanes or Cylons that come out of the planet. This is what he does. He is a sensationalist that creates basically opportunity for himself. Well, he got a Netflix deal.
Let's keep an eye on it.
Wishy-washy.
Right, still holding out hope, as well as your metaphorical finger out to hitchhike with the very fast.
Very wishy-washy.
Avi Loeb, always great to have you on the show. Happy holidays.
There you have you.
Happy holidays. Thanks for
Look, he looks like a happy guy.
Thank you.
Oh, Cuomo. We don't need Cuomo. But look, he looks like a happy guy, right? I mean, pause it with a better face. Oh, shoot. There we go. There's a happy. That is. Where's my that that is happy. Look, I would be happy if I had a Netflix deal too. I'd be happy too. But hey, you know what? Maybe I should have been playing up the aliens a little bit more. You know, I should have been playing up the aliens just a little bit more. Why didn't I take the alien side? I could have had a Netflix deal. Netflix. So look, that's the latest on Avi Loeb. That is the latest interview. He's conceding a little bit to the idea that 3i Atlas might be a comet. Could be a comet. Well, it is a comet. I mean, not to. Yeah, it is a comet. Anyway, this is going till March 16th. Why is it going? Yeah. Why is it going all the way to March 16th? Because Avi Loeb, that's when 3i Atlas is going to hit Jupiter. It's going to be in our solar system till 2032. 2032. it will be with us a very long time, my friends. We are not anywhere done. Like, it might hit Neptune or Uranus, not mine, yours, and then Neptune. And then, I mean, there's mileage here. We're talking mileage. Avi loves the limelight, man. I mean, he's the only one on YouTube getting the clickbait, right? But now it's the first time he's throwing in the towel. There's another person that's throwing in the towel, guys. There is another person. Steven, Uncle Creepy, right? He's a little kind of, right? Oh, shoot. I'm not a condescending guy. I'm not. But if he showed up on my door asking to buy Girl Scout cookies, I might run. I might close the door and run. You're the alien guy. You're the alien guy. I'm out of here. Get me out of here. Yeah. Pamela, that's a show me the money face. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, he's got them. Yeah, exactly. He's got the money. Oh. He's got the money. Pamela, he's got the money. What does he have that you and I don't have? The money. Oh, it's Saturday night. It's the weekend before Christmas. I hope everyone is like, I have a little bit of wine. I've been enjoying some red wine. Ooh, I mean, it's not bad. I'm not a big drinker, but I do like a little bit, right? There's another guy throwing in the towel. This is not, it's a very slow news day. It's a very slow news day. Very slow. But there's another guy throwing in the towel. I should have brought a towel. I need props. I should have brought a towel with me. What do I got? Oh. Little piece of teepee. That's my towel. Look, I'm throwing in the towel. Oh, it went off my desk now. That's me throwing in the towel. Who is it, you ask? It's James Cameron. It's James Cameron. Grim Reaper, baby. Pamela. Grim Reaper. Hey, he's Jewish. He can't be the Grim Reaper. Although the Old Testament, have you guys ever read the Old Testament? It is, look, the Old Testament. I have read the Old Testament good chunks of it. It is bloody. I mean, wow, really? The God of Abraham is a serious he spanks some ass is what he does. Wow, didn't know that because Musk says we will not have to work unless we want to. So Pamela, I'm not sure if that's not true. AI is going to put out so many people out of business, out of work and out of business. Out of work and out of business. AI. I was just thinking today. So yesterday we were talking about putting in, when you have components, right? When inorganic computer chips communicate with our brain seamlessly, once they start communicating and it becomes seamless, like we can communicate. I thought of it today. Like the big thing to that is blindness. Blindness will be cured because you will literally have a computer eye. You'll have an eye that will see things just like my camera is showing me, exactly the same. Just like your camera or anything else, that will take those images, just like you see me right now doing what I'm doing, that will be presented in the back of the brain. And this is when inorganics communicates with organics. Basically, those electrical images will go back into the brain just like organic signals do. Because if we make inorganic as seamless, the same as organic, you will cure things like blindness because it will be, you can create modular eyes that are kind of like computer cams, like small cams. I believe blindness might be cured. I think within the next 10 years, it could be. Like, this is serious. Not only blindness, but things like people who are quadriplegic, paraplegics. These things can be cured. People who want to live in an alter reality more than they want to live in reality. So if you want to go and connect your brain, and you want to spend 20, you want to spend most of the weeks in alternate reality because you can make up your own life, and you pay people to take care of your body while you're in alternate reality, because we've created the seamless exchange of information between organic and inorganic electric signals. And this is what part of what Elon Musk is doing, right? Neuralink. We're on the cusp of changing things in a way in our society that we have never. The internet will look like small beans compared to this. Small beans. We will be able to cure blindness, even deafness, even easier, right? Because you're dealing with auditory signals, right? You're dealing with wavelengths. So you can then reposition, you can put literally little connectors that connect into the brain. Inorganics are communicating with organics seamlessly. And you will have, and you put little speakers there, and those are converted into organic signals that go to the brain, translated, and you hear. You will have everything from that perspective cured. Blindness will be a thing of the past. Unless that part of the brain that converts those signals into images is damaged, which maybe there's other parts of the brain that can be used to convert those signals, right? There very well could be. I don't know. I'm not a brain surgeon. I don't know much about the brain. I have one and I use one. It's funny, right? We all have brains. We use it, but we know nothing about them, except for brain surgeons impress me. Brain surgeons are absolutely mind-boggling to me. The fact that a human being can cut a hole in someone's head, go in there and perform surgery, these people are absolutely amazing to me. But we will cure blindness. I believe we will cure blindness. We will cure deafness. We will cure paraplegics. But I think Pamela, I gotta read this. I'm having a beer, was watching Beowulf. I love Beowulf. I watched Beowulf 3, 4, 5 times. That's another movie that kind of feels like Christmas, right, Pamela? Yuppers. He wants one consensus for humanity. Well, Elon Musk will also cure a lot for a lot of people. But I want to go back to Beowulf. I love Beowulf. Yeah, thanks. Yeah. It's kind of Christmassy. I don't know why it's Christmassy. I think it came out in like October, whatever year it was, a long time ago. It's like Kingdom of Heaven. Kingdom of Heaven to me is also Christmassy with Orlando Bloom. With Orlando Bloom and Liam Neeson. I love Kingdom of Heaven. One of the greatest, I say this all the time, one of the greatest, I was 20 years in Hollywood. I'm a screenwriter. I've written a number of award-winning screenplays. Yeah, you could Google me, Danny Alex. If you go Danny Alex and screenwriter, you'll see a list of a lot of my, screenplay awards. But Kingdom of Heaven, one of the greatest movie moments of all time. So the Leper King of Jerusalem is a true story, right? So Ridley Scott did this movie, and there's a point in time where Orlando Bloom's character, Saladin, is coming because the one crusader attacked the Muslims on a pilgrimage and massacred them. And so Saladin sent his army, 250,000 people. And you see the army come, and Orlando Bloom has got his 100 soldiers, and he's outside the castle, and he gets his ass whooped. And it's a great story because at that point in time, it's the guy that he saved and let go is the guy that, same guy that, it's kind of ironic. It's a nice little bit of irony. But you see this massive Saladin army outside the gates of this castle. And then in the distance, the guy looks up and he says 3 words: Jerusalem has come. And this was Christian Jerusalem, right? And this was the leper king. True story. The leper king of Jerusalem. And he was actually supposed to have been a great king, although he died early because of leprosy. And you see just in the background this massive army come. It's shortened, but it's one of the greatest. I just think it's a great movie moment. And basically the leper king says, take your army off the field. And they go and they talk. So Kingdom of Heaven. I don't want to talk too much about Kingdom of Heaven, but it's another one of those movies that, I like Christmas Vacation. I like Scrooged. I like even Prometheus. Idris Elba. Have you seen Prometheus? Idris Elba, because they arrive at this, and the special effects are amazing, right? In Prometheus, the story was lacking. Yes. The story was lacking. The character decisions were very bad. But the thing flies into this alien. Prometheus, I think, and the engineers, he should have spent more time with the engineers. He had so many movie concepts he could have. Oh, Ridley. But then Idris Elba, when they all wake up, Idris Elba's on the pool table. He's like, putting his Christmas tree up, and what's her name comes. What are you doing? It's Christmas. It's Christmas. I'm putting up a tree. So there's but Beowulf, I do like Beowulf. I mean, the animation is slightly off. The animation isn't kind of expressive. They didn't have the technology to really go full board, but it's a great story. It's a good movie, right? Beowulf. Have you guys seen Beowulf? Totally forgot about that. Very Christmas-like. Pamela, you go, girl. Where was I? Okay, where were we going? We were going to. So that was Avi Loeb. So let's get. I want to get to. So we're talking about guys throwing in the towel. Another guy so James Cameron, I've got this might interest a lot of people because I wanted to do a little bit more entertainment-based stuff tonight. Being a screenwriter and being a science fiction nerd, and also being a science nerd because I love science, but I also love science fiction. I also love red wine. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. I am Beowulf. Golden is Beowulf. You seriously? I'll believe anything once. Golden. Are you telling me you're Beowulf? Golden lamination. Golden. Fuck. I blanked Grendel's mama. That's what's her name, right? Doggy is back. Doggy's in the house. Red wine, Merry Christmas. Yes, Golden, to you. I wish you health, prosperity, and happiness. So does the Grinch. Come on. Autofocus. Autofocus. There we go. So does the Grinch, Golden. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Doggy, welcome back. Hope. Did you go fishing today, Doggy? You went fishing yesterday. Did you go fishing today? I love Beowulf. I gotta say that again. Health and kick them all in the. Well, we don't need to kick them there, do we? Some people, maybe some people. I did. You did? Oh, you Doggy. You little son of a gun. Don't let them try you. All right, Golden, I'm on your side, man. I'm on your side, bro. I'm on your side. So Avatar, let me know. Let them know. No. I'm going to remove this. Do you guys know I totally messed up the stream tonight? The stream was supposed to happen 2 hours ago. Actually, I didn't mess it up. StreamYard messed it up. StreamYard messed up the stream. I actually streamed once to about 100 people on X. So I thought, okay, it's because StreamYard doubled it up, so I deleted the two that I thought were, the two that I deleted were the actual stream, so I didn't stream on YouTube. So I'm like, well, we'll do it again. We'll do it again. Fire and Ash. Are you guys going to see Fire and Ash? Oops. Share screen. So I want to do, you know what? Let's do the numbers. Where's the numbers? James Cameron. Do I have James Cameron's Avatar. Yeah, there it is. It's right there. James Cameron, Fire and Ash. Oh, right there. Of course. Duh. Number 1, right at the top. So, Fire and Ash. Can I make this bigger? You guys can see that okay, right? There we go. So, Fire and Ash. James Cameron has made a very big... Oops. I got to fix this too. James Cameron has made a very big statement this evening. A very big statement. However, first off, as of December 25th, James Cameron's Avatar, Fire and Ash, has earned, so over the weekend, let's just go right to the meat and potatoes. Worldwide total, 340 to 380. On the upside, he might be looking at 400 to 450 million. Now, those are big numbers for one weekend, but it's still less than Way of Water. International markets, 104 point. This is kind of interesting. France, 5.5 million. Germany, 4.7 million. We've got Korea, 3.5 million. China. Now, Zootopia, I think, has done over $600 million in China. Now, it's not that impressive because the studios only get 25% of the take, where studios usually get 50% of the take in other parts of the world. So it's not as impressive as you would think. So Zootopia is absolutely kicking it in like they're at $1.2 billion already for Zootopia is the monster of the movie monster of the year. It is kicking ass. We'll see how Avatar 4 has not been greenlit. Do you guys know that Avatar 4 has still not been greenlit? Disney has said, we want to wait to see what Avatar 3 does. But James Cameron, on top of that, has made some comments. He's made some comments that are Now, I could not imagine, as a screenwriter working on one set of screenplays for like 15 years, which is basically what he's going to be doing if Avatar 5 is released in 2031. I think he's done. I think he's spent. Because this is fact, there is a secret Terminator script being developed. A secret Terminator script. So gold. I will get golden lamination. I want to see something because I saw the theory about AWA video. I haven't seen that video. But I'm going to finish watching it after I see the movie. Gotcha. You're going to see the movie first, right? Gotcha. Hey, doggy, that's a lot. Yes, it is, my friend. Yes, it is. The fans are broke. Golden. You've just hit the nail on the head. Like, I have argued, I hear a lot of channels, they talk about things. Yes, the quality of movie is down. Movie quality is seriously down. Hollywood has screwed themselves for the quality of movies. The whole streaming thing COVID has created so many. Look, there's a lot of industries that are being wiped out and being consolidated at Amazon. The small business person is being wiped out. And if you're right, Golden, you're exactly right. If you're going to go take a family of 4 out to see a movie, it's $200. $200 to see a freaking movie. Or do you want to stay at home because you're paying $14.95 for the ads-free Netflix? Which one do you want? I'll wait 4 or 5, 6 weeks. With Running Man, you had to wait a week and a half. and it was already on streaming. It was a crap movie. But Golden, that's exactly right. All you have to do is wait a few weeks. There's no urgency. I will argue you don't have to go see Avatar, right? If you're a family of 4, 5, 6, 2, 3, whatever it is, let's go see Avatar. Well, why don't we just wait, 4 weeks, 5 weeks, and we'll sit at home and watch a movie? This is the fact of economics. Electrical bills are going through the roof. Food prices are going through the roof. Everything is going through the roof. There's not many people left that are willing to pay this kind of money for a cinematic experience. Although, look, going to see a movie is fun, right? We all know that. I think we would all agree with that. No, Pamela, you're not cheap. You're real. I'm the same way. I'm waiting for Ballerina to come streaming. It's already streaming, isn't it? There's a lot of advantages to watching at home. Doggy, of course, absolutely. Monday, popcorn doesn't cost $15. Popcorn costs like you put although it's very unhealthy. Have you seen how unhealthy that home popcorn is? It's really, really unhealthy. Like it is like cancer causing agents and stuff. There's a lot of, but it does take away from the experience. Yeah, look, the movie experience is phenomenal, right? Unless you get a pack of teenagers in there that are yakking the whole time, and it makes it incredibly terrible. But for the most part, when I lived in Los Angeles for 20 years, I would go to see some movies, and I would go to the big theater, the 1,000 seat theater, and I got pictures on my phone of me in the theater alone. Nobody else in the theater. I'm watching a movie. And this is at the Live Center in downtown Los Angeles by the, which is now the Crypto Center. The theater's right downtown, right by the nobody. No, I'd be in the theater most of the time myself. The most packed it was when I went to go see Barbie, because I was doing a movie review, and I went to go see Barbie. And the booze is good. Well, you can have some red wine at home. You could have, cancer butter, doggy, cancer. Yeah, exactly, right? Oh, shit. Cancer butter. Yeah, oh, man. It's true. Is there the only other thing that's worthy in this article is the reported budget at over $400 million, making it one of the most expensive films ever produced. Like, look. Doomsday is probably going to cost $750 million. Doomsday, at advertising, Doomsday may have to do $2 billion to break even. The salaries are insane on Doomsday. The Russo brothers, $100 million plus back end revenue sharing. Robert Downey Jr., $100 million for the two movies, plus probably back end revenue sharing. Hemsworth, all of these. Steve Rogers is back, right? Steve Rogers is back. How much are they paying Chris Evans? I know the standard fee for these big players. I have speculated that this is the peak. This is the peak of actor salaries. I don't think that there is any way that actor salaries go higher. There's no way. There's no way actor salaries can go higher. I thought eventually there was going to be some kind of I gotta put that on screen there. I thought eventually there was going to be some kind of demand pay-per-view for movies currently in theaters for people at home. And of course, I gotta poke my head above. Amazon does that, right? So you can go to the movies or to Amazon, and you can watch Amazon and pay for the movie. Not right away, but in sometimes in like 2-3 weeks, right? It comes pretty soon. Got some boycotts. What are you boycotting, Golden? What are you boycotting? You got some boycotts? What do you mean? Amazon is so convenient. It's annoying. It is. It is. And I try and purchase locally as much as I can. I really do. I go out there. Like I literally just spent $1,000 on microphones and stuff like that. I could have bought it on Amazon, but it was basically the same. But suggestions. Yeah. Buy locally, like whatever you guys can. Like I know Amazon is so convenient. You put the order in, the next day it comes. You never have to leave the house. Amazon and Netflix for one. Oh yeah, yeah. I really hope. You know what I hope with Warner Brothers, because Comcast is spitting out NBC Universal. I would prefer NBC Universal and Warner to merge. That's what I would like to see. I don't want to see Paramount. The Ellisons, I don't really trust the Ellisons. I don't know. I just something not right. But the budget's reported over $400 million. Comparison, its opening is pacing lower than its predecessor, Avatar: The Way of Water, which debuted at $444 million globally. However, the franchise is known for long-term legs rather than initial opening numbers. It doesn't matter. Like that doesn't matter. As a fraction of the percentage, right? Statistically, if the opening for the first Avatar is here, the second Avatar is here, the third Avatar is here, you can statistically project that probably this third Avatar, yes, they all have legs. But unless this is all back-end loaded and people are going to watch it and go, ooh, right? It's not going to be... we can go to... So... Avatar 4. We can go through this. We can go through this quickly. Yes, Avatar 4 is currently in production with a scheduled theatrical release of December 21st, 2029. 2029. Ooh, Merry Christmas. It's 2025, so that's 4 years from now. The film is the fourth, yada, 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 current status. Filming progress. James Cameron has already filmed the first act, roughly the first third of Avatar 4. This early filming was done to account for the real-life aging of the younger cast members before a significant narrative leap. Time jump. The movie will feature a major 6 to 8 year time skip. That's Avatar 4, if it comes out. And I've got news for you guys. I have news. James Cameron has spoken. Potential changes while planned and partially shot. Cameron has stated that the final completion of Avatar 4 and 5 is contingent on the box office success of Avatar Fire and Ash. And that's the same thing that Disney is talking about. Disney, which will probably, like I've worked on Wall Street for a few years. I am an economics guy, financial guy. I believe in the next 15 years from now, ish, Disney will be sold off. Its parts will be sold off to other companies because it is still living in a 1960s, 1970s format. Disney will not be around, and we're seeing it. It has no traction. It has declining revenues. It has destroyed two amazing franchises. Now it's getting into cruise ships. You think cruise ships are easy to manage? You literally think people want to go out to a cruise ship and see nothing but little princesses running around? This is what they don't understand. Princesses was a 1960s, 70s, and 80s phenomenon. It is not going forward. You literally are only dealing with 25% of your audience. Disney will be gone one day. It'll be a subsidiary of some other company. It will not be a standalone studio, which may not be a bad thing. I've got to give myself an applause for that. Someone's going to applaud that. I'll applaud that. So here's the thing. So let's get to the interview. This is a big interview, so I don't want to go through the whole thing because the whole thing doesn't really mean a whole lot. It's I didn't want to get. It's a pretty slow. it's a pretty slow news day. Like, it is really slow today. And like, so I always check space news, entertainment news, movie news, news. There really is not much going on. Fire and Ash is being released, but these comments made by James Cameron are very interesting. They are very interesting. James Cameron is ready to move beyond this, and the title says a lot. James Cameron is ready to move beyond Avatar. I've got other stories to tell. I mean, that tells everything. As a screenwriter myself, I don't think this is rocket science by any stretch of the imagination. That when someone comes out and says this, they're basically foreshadowing the idea that I am tired. He has spent 15 years dealing with the details, the minutia, the screenwriting, overlooking multiple writers for 5, because there was 5 movies that were planned. This man is tired. Do you want to die? You want to die on Avatar 5, having done nothing else? I didn't understand why they were doing 5 movies in the first place. 3 would have been perfect. A trilogy. Trilogies work okay. Ask Peter Jackson. James Cameron is becoming a New Zealand citizen. He was Canadian, but now I believe he is a New Zealand citizen. Congratulations. I guess. I'm going to go down to the part that actually, because he talks about it, yak. Did he lose weight? That's an Ozempic face, right? You put that face beside Ariana Grande. Right? I should have had an Ariana Grande face ready. Just smack a PNG. Put the PNG right beside. He's lost weight. Where's the part? It's a long interview, and I don't want to go through it all. But there it is, part 2. Okay, there we go. So, part 2. This can be the last one. This is right from the mouth of James Cameron. And there's a reason. You don't say this if you're gung-ho for the second one, right? He's tired. He's tired of... He deals with the details, the minutia, hours of days, weeks, months, years. I don't think there's going to be an Avatar 4. I don't. Unless Avatar 3 absolutely knocks it out of the park. That recharges James Cameron's batteries. He's done. He's tired. He's burnt out of 12-foot tall blue things. Once again, Cameron has depicted an alien world stuffed with diverse beauty, wild creatures, and epic action adventure set pieces while largely filming in a single room in Manhattan Beach Studios in Southern California. There's a scene in Fire and Ash where the Sully kids swim in a raging dirty river that's so photorealistic, it's almost dizzying. The reality, a water tank, surging current, and tons of brown sugar. The film's first assembly cut approach, I'm not sure if that's anything that... James Cameron states, I read every card, and I do my own data-driven analysis. That's here. I don't want to deal with stuff that's... I read every card from audience member, and I do my own data-driven analysis, he says. There are things that I'll keep in the film that are important to me, and there are things where I'm like, okay, that's not a hill I'm going to die on. I like to please the audience. I'm not somebody that likes the audience to come out to the theater going, what the fuck was that? He likes swearing. Cameron trimmed Fire and Ash to 3 hours and 15 minutes. He admits some at Disney would have preferred a shorter cut. There's always pressure. Do we need all this stuff with Quaritch? He's the bad guy. And that's basically executives coming down, putting pressure on Cameron. And that's what executives do, right? Especially Disney executives. Do you guys know the first Pirates of the Caribbean? They saw the dailies from the first Pirates. They wanted to shelve the movie. They hated what's his name's performance as Jack Sparrow so much, Johnny Depp. They hated it so much they wanted to shelve the movie. They actually were ready for the disaster when it was released. They were ready. All their press people were ready. And when it became, this is a matter of fact. And when it was a massive hit, they were like, oh, wait, oh, geez. Oh. They loved it. They loved it. Disney execs, right? That's Disney. Disney execs. Johnny Depp rocks. I love Johnny Depp. To Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp rocks ass. Let's get to the meat and potatoes. Exactly how much money Fire and Ash will make is a crucial question for the fate of the franchise. Cameron says his original plan of concluding the saga with two more films, some of which have already been shot. 2 more films. We're talking Avatar 5. Depends on the success of Fire and Ash. Weaver says what Cameron has planned for the 4th and 5th movies is so amazing that it would be a tragedy for the franchise to halt. All of them are part of one big story, she says. Well, the thing is, the individual pieces have to work as well. And this is the big one. Come on. Oh, Hollywood Reporter's the worst. All right, fine. Exactly how much money, we're down here. Exactly how much money Fire and Ash will make is a crucial question for the fate of the franchise. Cameron says his original plan of concluding the saga with 2 more movies, some of which have already been shot, depends on the success of Fire and Ash. Oh, so we were... sorry. Okay. Adds Cameron, this can be the last one. This can be Fire and Ash. This is, I believe this is James, unless this thing does $3 billion. This is James Cameron with the towel, and he's throwing it. Like I think he's so burnt out. He is spent. He is Avatar done. He is 12-foot blue people over. I never understood why you would want to do 4 frickin' 3-hour movies. Dude, that is not storytelling. That is taking it on too long. As a screenwriter, I would never do that. Like, even as a screenwriter, if James Cameron said, let's do 5, dude, let's do 3 movies and make 3 fucking kick-ass movies. But he's basically spread 3 movies into 5 already. So we're not going to have a conclusion, but this might be the white towel. I'm done. He is depleted when it comes to the Avatar series. Way too ambitious. This might be there's only one unanswered question in the story. We may find that the release of Avatar 3 proves how diminished the cinematic experience in these days, or we may find it proves the case that it's as strong as it ever was. The cinematic experience has collapsed. It's collapsed. It's a toying cost right now. We won't know until the middle of January, and that's true. That's when the full numbers come out. It's going to be the week over week percentage drops. So you're going to see on the Friday, Saturday, Sunday, what percentage has it dropped from the week previous. That's going to be the key thing. I asked something that might sound odd. What do you want to happen? But Cameron gets the implication. That's an interesting question. He says, I feel I'm at a bit of a crossroads. Do I want to be a wild success, which almost compels me to continue and to make 2 more Avatar movies, or do I want it to fail? This is serious stuff inside his mind, right? He is literally saying, do I want it to fail and move on, or do I want to be successful and keep going? And he ends with the negative. When you end with the negative, or do I want it to fail just enough that I can justify doing something else? That's big. Down here, I'm feeling fulfilled as an artist, and when those critical fans become filmmakers, they can make those type of decisions for themselves. Of course, he's talking about critical analysis from the fans, or just stay Just stay the fuck out of it. Yeah, like when you're a filmmaker and you have fans that are trying to tell you what to do, I get it. Cameron says, it's my decision, not yours. It's like saying, gee, I wish she wasn't married to the same guy for so long. It's none of your business. A little bit of an artistic shot of Senior James Cameron. That said, for the first time in years, Cameron is ready to move on beyond Avatar. I've got other stories to tell, and I've got other stories to tell within Avatar, he says. What won't happen is I won't go down the rabbit hole of exclusively making only Avatar for multiple years. But you were the one that said 5 movies. Why would you say 5 movies? When I heard that, I was like, dude, that is insane. I'm going to figure out another way that involves more collaboration. He wants to step away. I'm not saying I'm going to step away. Yeah, you are. But I'm going to pull back from being as hands-on with every tiny aspect of the process. Cameron has gradually expanded the role of his second unit and is confident they could shoulder a heavy load if another film is greenlit. Whether Disney would want another Avatar without Cameron at the helm is unclear. So is whether Cameron would allow himself to relinquish so much control of his franchise day-to-day filming. The meticulous director treasures his Avatar playground. I hear a lot that James Cameron wants out. That's what I hear. He is burnt out. He is done. He wants to get away from Avatar. And then he wants to be the producer, just like Ridley Scott. He sits over top. James Cameron sits over top, and he's got the team that creates the meat and potatoes, and he oversees it. He's burnt out. That's the white towel being thrown in. Even if Avatar 3 does good, even if it comes out with 2.5 billion, 3 billion, that's going to be that. With opening weekend, not that great. That's going to be tough. It's going to be really tough. So. I'm not going to keep on with that. With that, that is basically the meat and potatoes of the yeah. That's what I wanted to get out of that piece. I think if he would have kept it to 3 movies, he would have kept the energy, he would have kept the intensity, he would have kept the passion. But when you're just only doing the 3rd movie and you're realizing you've got 2 more to do till 2031, you've got filming to do. But if they greenlight it, if Disney greenlights Avatar 4, like they're going to read the same thing we just read, right? Disney's going to read the same thing. They might say, okay, well, he doesn't really want to. Do we want to take that risk? That sounds to me that James Cameron is done directing. If Avatar 4 and 5 go, he's gonna be just the executive producer, not the director, not the guy that's sitting at the computer screen approving every single aspect of every scene. He won't do that. Where are we here? Bro said I got a better. Maybe it's time for a change. Bro said, yeah. Bro said, yeah. He said he's got better things to do. That exactly what he said. Yeah. Maybe it's time for a change. James Cameron is ready for a change. When you hear that interview, James Cameron is saying, "I am burnt out. I am done. I'm like, this is." What's the best quadrilogy? I've never had that question. I don't know. What is the best quadrilogy? That's a great question, doggy. She's weird. Who's weird? By 0. By 0. By 2. Was that based on something else we were talking about at the time? Who's she? What are you guys I don't even know what you guys are talking about. Do not blame him. Yeah, do not blame. James Cameron is spent. He is a tired director. When he got this movie finished, he probably sat back and said, "Thank God. I mean, he literally, I don't even believe in God. I'm an agnostic. But he probably said, just out of, and he's probably went to sleep and he slept well. That's it. I'm done. I'm done with Avatar 3. And now he's looking at Avatar 4 and he's saying, we've only filmed a third of it. We've got to film 2/3 more, probably more than that with reshoots, CGI for the young actors, everything else. And now that's 2029. 2031 is Avatar 5. Mr. Grunek, if they make it that far, they hardly stop at 4 movies. Well, yeah. I think, look, that interview is James Cameron throwing in the towel. He is spent. He is spent. He is 12-foot tall blue people out. I'm done. Mr. Grunek. Oh my God! Like what happened? What happened? What happened? Is there something I can help with? A doggy. Matrix had 4. Matrix did have 4, but there's only one good movie in that, wasn't there? I mean, the first Matrix was a masterpiece, and then they did 4. John Wick. John Wick had 5. No, 4. Wait a second. I think I just confused myself. Nothing compares to the first John Wick. Yes. Nothing compares to the first John Wick, guys, is a masterpiece. The first 5 minutes of John Wick, as a screenwriter, I always point to the first 5 minutes of John Wick. When you start a movie off with the ending, it's powerful, but you got to do it right? So we see the truck, it crashes, and we see John Wick get out. He's bleeding, and and that's where literally we start to understand who his wife is. American Pie, pull up a top 10. But we see in John Wick a character who at the end goes through the beginning. No words are spoken except those that are recorded by characters in a previous time. The first 5 minutes, it is all show, no tell. It is all show, no tell. It is movie making at its best. The first John Wick. And then we don't even know who this John Wick guy is. He gets beaten up. He gets his dog killed. He gets this and that. He goes and goes to this car guy. It's like, you know who it is? It's Yusef. We still don't know who this guy is until we get the Baba Yaga scene. At the Baba Yaga scene, Toy Story, doggy. Fuck, you're kicking my ass, doggy. But then we have the sledgehammer, right? And then he gives the Baba Yaga. You're not, he's the one you sent to kill the fucking boogeyman. And then with the hammer, that hammer represents intensity, destruction, violence. So when he's talking, that's why it impresses on us so much. He's talking to Yosef about who this John Wick guy is. John Wick is breaking concrete with a sledgehammer. Why does it impact us so much? Because it's allegory. It is simile. It's metaphor. It reminds us. It shows us. It tells us. After everything we learned about this character, now we appreciate him, and it becomes amazing cinema. That's John Wick. John Wick is great. Doggy, it is. Yeah, I cheated and looked at a list. Yeah, I thought you did. You Googled it, you motherfucker. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. Doggy, it doesn't matter how big the channel gets, you will always be front of the line. You're like the first dude. You're like the first dude of the I mean, there's a few people that are starting to hang out. This is a very young broadcast. Anyone that's here, I just started the live broadcast not too long ago. And there's a few peeps that have been hanging out, showing up, doing comments, and because this is science fiction, this is real world stuff. And thank you, Doggy. I appreciate the interaction and the companionship, or I guess it's both, right? So you'll always be front of the line. So I thank you. It really is. It is a pleasure. And there's a couple other people too that have sort of been in there. And Disco, I've got Disco. What's his Disco Joe? What's his name? Great channel. Thank you, my friend. I try and put some science, a little bit of entertainment, science entertainment, and nothing. I try and stay out of politics because that puts people in bad moods. It does. I want to be, at least this channel, I want to be a little bit of a source of happiness, right? A source of inspiration, a source of hope, a source of escapism, maybe even, like just to get away from everything that it's a tough world, guys. It's a tough world. And maybe even learn and understand, let's say, what AI, I worked in the stock market for years. So being able to impart that knowledge, what's happening with AI, there's so much going on with AI. So many more jobs are going to be wiped out in 2026. And I think those jobs will disappear in the first quarter of 2026. We need to find ways, and maybe through conversation, maybe through understanding the information, if we dig it up, we understand it, maybe we find ways. And there are ways, and I'm not sure how far I'll get into this in terms of trying to make money. I don't want to use the word side hustles because that sounds cheap. It sounds dirty cheap. But ways to make money in a new economy is pretty important. I was going to ask you what you think about yen carry trade, the yen carry trade, but maybe that's too serious for today. For tonight, that's probably a little bit too serious. The yen carry trade is not as amplified as it once was. It's diminished. It's very diminished in going forward. I am concerned. I think Bitcoin and the crypto has not been. I would have expected things to be a little bit stronger. Crypto concerns me. The burst in the silver prices concern me. It's too much. Gold has steadied out right around the $4,300 mark, but silver can get pushed around by big traders, and they do push it around. Big traders do push silver. The smaller metals that they can move around, their market makers push it around. I was a market maker, not for a huge firm like that, but you ever wonder how a lot of the bank earnings are trading profits? Trading profits. People ask me, how do they make so much money trading and making that much profit? Billions a quarter. My answer is, I don't know. I don't know. It's parabolic. Dude, I would cash out half. Sellers get the checks. You can never sell at the top. I don't want to give advice that I don't know. It just seems to me if I had silver, I would sell half and let the other half, or sell your initial investment. Right? Easy way of investing. Sell your initial investment. So you're only dealing with the good stuff, right? Same with Paladin or Platinum. I'm cashing out. They have Platinum, all that stuff. That's not to say it can't go higher. Like it might have a spike, a one-day spike that you think you can grab or sell, but emotionality of the human mind when it comes to trading is self-defeatist. Well, yeah, let some of these things crash and then you get back in, just like 2022, right? One thing we know for sure, markets always end up crashing. They always do. Always. Yeah, and that's what we wait for, Doggy, for sure. It seems that you have a good head on your shoulders and you really have an affinity. You're old enough to know and understand what's happened over the last years, decades, maybe even in the stock market. I'm waiting for a downdraft. If that downdraft takes a year, that's fine. I'll wait. I own nothing. I own nothing in the stock market. Not just taking interest. I'm just taking interest off the cash. So I don't trust when things crash. They go down fast, right? They go down very fast. So my friends, we're going to leave it at that this evening. It's a Saturday night casual kind of a hour and a half of fun shits and giggles. We are back on Monday through Thursdays. We are going to be live 8 hours on Christmas Day. So if you're not doing anything, feel free to hang out. 4 hours on Christmas Eve. So please feel free to hang out. And then Monday through Thursdays, 7 o'clock Eastern, 4 Pacific, 5 Mountain, 6 Central. My name is Danny Alex, and it is a pleasure broadcasting. Doggy, you have a great evening. I want everyone to have a great weekend. A great Christmas weekend. And the Grinch. On Monday, I'm going to have some Christmas music. And we got a whole bunch of stuff to talk about on Monday. All week. We got some great stuff to talk about all week. Doggy, you have yourself a great evening. All my friends out there as well. I hope the best of the weekend to you. Big NFL day tomorrow. Big NFL day. Good show. Thank you. Hey, cheers, hey, Doggy. And we will see you guys on Monday. My pleasure. Thank you. Merry Christmas.
Okay, children, let's take our seats.
Yeah, baby. Do it